Hi again, and we are talking about Mulan, the true story. And in this video, we'll talk about the enemy of Toba Wei or Mulan's people. Now, first, let's take a look on how the Disney portrayed them in the 1998 movie. As you can see, first of all, they portrayed them as Huns, which is historically inaccurate because Han Confederation or Han Empire existed much later than the events that took in the original Ballad of Mulan. But I think Disney made this step intentionally. It was an artistic freedom kind of situation because they calculated that most people know about Hans, but not many people know about Rouran or Juan, which were the actual enemy, and that's why they decided to go with the Han image. And the way they depicted them is the stereotypical barbaric nomads from the north, from the wild steppes, from the wild field, or as it referred sometimes, you know, barely organized, barbaric, wearing primitive fur clothes, almost animal-like in nature, very wild, very beastie kind of nomads, bloodthirsty, destroying everything, trashing everything in their way, unstoppable wave of conquerors. Now let's take a look at what the history says. Now, the enemies of the Northern Wei or Toba Wei state, as I mentioned earlier, was the Rouran Khaganate or the Juan Khaganate. It's a tribal confederation. Uh, it's very interesting in many ways because a lot of tribes were in it. Uh, they had they've elected their ruler Khagan, which is a Turkic term, although many scholars suggest that they were of either Mongol or Proto-Mongol origin. We don't know for sure. All we know that it was a big confederation and it was bordering with Northern Wei in the time of the Ballad of Mulan. And most likely, this is what uh, Mulan, this is who Mulan fought with. And there were many battles, there were many occasions, there were many raids and big wars that lasted for decades. And basically, Rouran and Northern Wei fought throughout the entire history of the Toba Wei state. So it was a very old enemy. It was a cousin state. They were related. They were basically two uh, very keen state, very keen peoples fighting each other. One of them was fully nomadic, and another one was semi-nomadic, stemming from the same origin, from the same tree, and that's what this war was, as opposed to how it was portrayed in the movie. And let's take a look at how the actual Rouran looked like, based on historical reconstruction by Yuri Filipovich of Novosibirsk State University in Russia. Now, this is a historical reconstruction made by a very respectful, recognized scientist. He consulted some uh, established world-class level scientists when he was making these reconstructions, and this is what they looked like in reality. As you can see, no furs, no wild beastie appearance. We can see actual knights in shiny armor. It was a lamellar armor, uh, sophisticated helmets, sophisticated armor, sophisticated shields, and that's what the actual Rouran looked like. And they were, by the way, very close to they looked very close to the Toba because, like I said earlier, they were stemming from the same culture. So the main difference was the form of the helmets, maybe some decorations, maybe some patterns on the clothes, and etc. Symbols, but overall 90% they looked pretty much identical. No beastie, furry, barbarian uh, nomads. And this is what I was trying to depict when I was making my reconstruction. As you can see here on the left, there is Rouran army marching in the beginning of the story, and then they are fleeing the victorious Toba army closer to the middle of the book. And as you can see, I was trying to be true to the uh, scientific data, how they were reconstructed, how they were depicted. And as you can see, their appearance is just as civilized as the appearance of the Toba Way warriors. Because, like I said, they were kin, they were cousins, and they were fighting each other in almost like a civil war or something. And we'll talk more about Mulan in the following videos, so please stay with me and thank you.